outside is not that cold, and if you take my hand, I'll walk with you to Georgia.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Country with Celine. I am your host, Celine Shamarky, and on today's show, we welcome Chris Buck from the Chris Buck Band.
Giddy up all night long. Giddy up, let's get gone. It's time to turn it on. Giddy up, ride. Settled up on a Saturday night. Sing, raise 'em up high, raise 'em up right. We'll stomping out the dance floor, lights singing.
How are you doing today?
Doing good. It's a nice day down here in Nashville, and I get to talk with you. So yeah, it's gonna be great.
Love that. Yeah, I've been seeing everybody's posts in Nashville. They're wearing shorts and tank tops. I'm like, I don't understand. I just got back and I was like bundled up head to toe. And now you guys are like living like it's summer. The weather there is so crazy.
The weather here is the weirdest place. I swear, like one day it will be like in the 20s and then it will drop down to like 0. Like it literally snowed here like a week ago for like 5 hours. And I'm like, it's just bizarre. The next day you're in shorts. Yeah, it's weird.
It's so strange, but I guess that's what makes like the tornadoes and everything. Like when you have weather that's so bipolar, like sometimes like hot then cold, it just makes for that. But today's a nice day, so take it because who knows what tomorrow's gonna bring.
Absolutely.
Now, before we dive into music, let's just get to know you a little bit more. So tell us, where did you grow up? How did you get into music, influences, and all that good stuff?
Yeah, I grew up in Ontario, between Midland and Barrie kind of area. I moved to the West Coast later in life. And then I guess eventually moved over into the Okanagan, and then now I kind of live most of the year down here in Nashville, but I do go back for the summer months to the Okanagan where I got a place. So I'm just down here on a publishing deal, writing pretty much every day of the week, and yeah, just been focusing on writing not only for myself but a lot of other artists as well.
So how did you get into music? Was it something that you always loved when you were younger, or was it something that you fell in love with in your later years in life?
I grew up playing hockey. I think hockey was the main priority about 19, and then I always enjoyed music. But once I guess my career kind of ended, I started taking music a lot more seriously, and yeah, I guess I've done music ever since.
Typical Canadian boy, but we love that. We love that. Everybody's played hockey at one point or another in their life if you're a Canadian. And that's exactly like Chad Brownlee too, right? I mean, he played for the Canucks, and then that injury, and then look at that, a country singer. So it's funny. I mean, you kind of find your calling later too anyway. So if that wasn't supposed to work out, something else will open up for you.
That's the way I look at it now, that's for sure.
Yes, of course. I know sometimes it can be hard in the beginning, but then after a while, you start to understand everything. So you took 2 years off to write and record, and you just released Can't Beat the View on March 4th. So tell me, how's the response been?
It's been insane. I don't think I've ever been added to that many playlists. I was almost shocked, and not only in Canada but down here in Nashville as well. So yeah, the people seem to be loving it, and yeah, it's been 2 years of writing, so it's the first time I've like taken that long off to come back with new music. And then I cut the album with a guy named Jeremy Stover. I'm down here, who I guess does the Justin Moore albums, him and Julian King. And then Dan Swinimer up in Canada did all my vocals for me when I was back up in Canada on the album. And yeah, it's been such an amazing experience just having guys who play with Justin and Tim McGraw playing on little Chris Buck's album. It's been a really cool experience.
Girl, if you don't know, you can't beat the view. You lying here, tangled in your long hair, swimming in these king-size sheets. Can't beat the feel of your touch, girl. Make my heart rush every time you put your hands on me. Like a California coastline, slipping off your clothes. I've never seen another side quite like you. No, you can't beat the view.
That's such a hard thing to do too, like take 2 years off, because I mean, when you come back, either you can come back strong as ever and everybody be like, oh my gosh, I love it. He got like even like better or whatever they want to call it. Or they can just like kind of brush it off, be like, oh, who is he again? But clearly that wasn't the case for you, and everybody loves your new music. And going off of that question, what else do you have in store for this year?
Yeah, I exactly what you said. I did think about that. You know, it's like taking a long time off. It was either I just keep putting stuff out, or I take the time to like really show improvement in the maturity in my sound. And yeah, we cut a 6-song EP, which will be out in the fall. I'm so excited for this album. We narrowed, I think, close to 60 songs down to 6 for this at the end. So I'm really gonna be interested in what people think. I got some really cool stuff on there, and I feel like it's just a more mature sound for me, and I hope everybody else feels the same.
Well, that's going to be really exciting. And 60 songs? How, like, I mean, I feel like that's nothing for you guys, but for me to wrap my head around writing 60 songs, I think I could only write 2, and that would be it. So that song, Can't Beat the View, why was this your comeback song? So out of all those songs that you were just saying, why did you choose this one to come back with?
Well, yeah, like the funny thing about this song is it wasn't even supposed to happen. Like, my write got canceled with an artist that day, and so did 2 of my other friends. So we're like, well, let's just hang out and write a song today. So we met up by accident, and they're like literally like my best friends down here. It's Dave Thompson, who wrote Champagne Night for Lady Antebellum. I was me, him, my friend Jordan Orbeck, and Jimmy Thau, who I guess writes the majority of the new Tebe stuff. And we were just sitting in a room, and I think one of them looked out the window and was like, man, that view's great today. And someone's like, yeah, I can't beat that view. And I was like, yeah. Like the title, I think Jimmy said, that's a cool song title. So we started writing it about, you know, just beautiful things in the world, like different places we've all been. And then by the time the chorus came, we're like, well, we got to bring the girl into this. She's like the most beautiful view out of all of it. And then that's how kind of the song came about. Yeah.
I love that. Honestly, songs can be so spontaneous. You can just go out and a song just appears out of nothing. And I mean, there's always a reason as to why things happen. And certainly there was a reason why you came back with that song. So now collaboration wise. So I remember you released a song, That's When You Know. I'm not going to lie, I had that on my phone for a good period of time. And that was with Kira Isabella. So any collaborations in the future with you, with all these songs coming out?
That's a great question. No, nothing on my album collaboration wise, but saying that, you know, you can always do something on the side. I have talked to a few artists about, you know, potentially putting out another duet since that one did so well. I just the right song to do that. Like, so I'm still waiting. I don't think I've found that right song yet, but when I do, I definitely would like to follow that up with something for sure in the future.
When it happens, it'll happen. So you just gotta kind of wait. I understand that. And now tour-wise and show-wise. Okay, so I just saw that you're on the lineup for Rockin' River, on their lineup, and that's with Tim McGraw. He's on it, Doris Rucker, Hardy, Randy Houser, Kit Moore. How excited are you to be part of that? That's huge.
Yeah, to say, I'm extremely excited. I'm just excited to play in general, to be honest. Like, I feel like the fans are going to come back better than ever just because of the delay of not seeing shows for so long. So yeah, I'm excited to get back on the road. I hope I remember all the lyrics because I haven't sang half my stuff, so I got to start going back and memorizing again. But yeah, just being mentioned with those artists is obviously super cool, and just the whole new team that I got behind me and everything. I'm just excited for this new chapter.
It's going to be exciting. And I'm sure that if you were to forget any of the lyrics, I'm sure your fans would be singing along with you anyways. We've seen that happen so many times.
Yeah. Hold the mic out and forget. That's the key.
Yeah, no one knows. No one will know, honestly. So how about in Canada? Any shows you're playing up here in Canada?
Yeah, I got a couple, like they're going to be announcing just mainly like Alberta and BC this year. As for the East Coast, I don't want to say too much now, but I'm trying to get on, or we're trying to get on a tour in the fall there. So I guess once we get more details, I'll let everybody know as soon as possible. But I definitely want to get back there sooner than later. So stay up to date. I hope I can announce something soon here.
Well, clearly you have a really exciting year coming your way, and I'm sure everybody that listens to your music is very excited for this Chris Buck comeback. Um, and now, Chris, before I let you go, we're gonna play a little game just to get to know you even more, ask you questions not related to music whatsoever, and just to see what your answers are. Okay?
Yeah.
So the first one: do you like going in, or do you like going? Do you like going out, or do you like staying in? There we go.
Oh, dang. Geez. I'd say staying in at this point.
Okay, that's fair. I mean, I feel like everybody would say stay in now after the 2 years that we've been cooped up in our homes for so long. What's your favorite sport? I'm assuming it's hockey now.
Yeah, hockey's always been my favorite sport. Yeah.
What's your favorite team then? What hockey team?
I'm divided because I grew up in Ontario. I'm BC, so I'm a half Canucks, half Leafs fan.
Oh, how about a Preds fan? No Preds in there yet?
I've gone to quite a few games, but I've only gone to the Canucks games down here, and I've rooted for the Canucks with my jersey on proudly down here in Nashville. Yes.
That's fair. That's fair. I would love to go see a Leafs game in Nashville. I feel like that would be so cool because I keep hearing about the atmosphere down there, and like with music too. I'm like, that sounds like the place to be if you like country and hockey. Another question. Pardon?
Perfect.
Yeah.
The arena's Broadway, so it's perfect. You walk out the door and you're right there.
Exactly. I was hearing everything about the Tampa and the Preds game that was going on at Nissan Stadium, and I was hearing that after the game, everybody would like walk over that bridge and go to Broadway and just like have fun and party. I'm like, that's so cool to be able to do that, and like for the weather to actually be somewhat nicer. I mean, here in Toronto, where do you really want to go after a hockey game? It's like colder outside than it is in the arena sometimes. So.
Good point. Yeah.
Favorite TV show?
Family Guy.
Yeah, that's fair. I was assuming Yellowstone. I mean, because we're all on that bandwagon with Yellowstone.
Like honestly, I watch mainly sports, to be honest. But like when I want to laugh, sometimes when I'm just eating, I just like to watch something to make me laugh.
Favorite genre of movies?
Comedies.
Best. What's your favorite comedy?
That's too hard to say. I'd say probably old school.
Okay. And last one, what do you like to do on your spare time? So nothing to do with music. Don't say writing, like other than writing, other than singing.
I like just going hiking in the middle of nowhere, literally by myself. That's what I like to do.
You know what? Sometimes that can be very peaceful and relaxing. But if you get lost, then that's an issue.
That's a huge issue, yes.
Oh, well, thank you so much, Krista, for chatting with me today on Country with Celine. It was so nice to get to meet you, even though it's virtually. I mean, one day we'll meet each other in person, and I'm excited to hear all the new songs this year. I mean, if it was anything like Can't Beat the View, count me in.
Awesome. Well, thanks for having me on, and it was nice chatting with you as well.
I'll do everything for you. You just gotta say I do. Through the thick